Tonight, it is the Busch Classic from the Millbridge Speedway in Salisbury, North Carolina. 50 laps for the DNQ Busch Series here tonight. Winston Cup Series and IROC Series also in action.
Welcome to beautiful Salisbury, North Carolina at the Millbridge Speedway. We are here for the Busch Classic, the second annual. We got 50 laps to run tonight. Barry, how excited are you for this race?
Holy shit, did you say 50 fucking laps tonight? God damn, I told my old lady I'd be home by 10:30.
Which one?
It's the B main tonight, isn't it?
It is a Wednesday.
It was the A.
It's my C main. All right, let's get this son of a bitch underway.
Let's go down to, let's look at last year's race. Okay.
Let's look at last year's race.
Well, that's right. Last year, Jake Owings took home the win in the Busch Classic, led about all of 50 laps here, and it was basically he held off Tim Norman at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Jake Owings last year was a hot shoe. This year, he's getting his ass kicked because people who actually know what the fuck they're doing have showed up.
That is true, and here he is taking the final lap for the win, as we saw Outlaw Card there for some reason. Celebrated with some beautiful Busch beer at the end of that. Well, all right.
I think I need another cocktail.
Let's go down to him and get an interview. That is correct. Last year, Jake Owings won this race, and Jake, you took home $300 at the end of that race. Since then, you haven't done shit. Ran the All-Star race last time, but glad to have you back in the series.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. These guys, Brad and Kyle's busted their ass all week, getting me ready for this deal. We plan on being back-to-back champions. Really appreciate everybody coming out. DNQ putting on this series. It's a really neat deal.
So 50 laps tonight, grueling race. It's a long race, 50 laps in a go-kart around here. How do you prepare your tires and yourself for tonight's race?
Venom Tire Juice out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, and Brad McElrath Racing have really focused on this EL program with Venom Tire Stimulant. In the long run, Venom the way to go. That's really our plan as far as the tires. It's available in Spartanburg, South Carolina. If you live in North Carolina, I can bring it up. We can have it shipped. But as far as staying in the seat, I have come out of the seat before. Just really focus. Hit your marks, stay in the groove, everything will be fine.
Do you think having a beer at halfway, if you can get one during a pit stop, will be beneficial?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that should be the new rule. Shotgun, chug, funnel, however you got to do it. You need oil, you need fuel. Why not have a beer?
Jake always hopes he doesn't need a beer when he's leading this thing here. He's going to get a whole case of it in Victory Lane. Well, a championship contender in the DNQ Busch Series, looking like he's going to be in the chase, no problem, is Mike Carver. And, Bill, he's had a very good season this year, but as you can see, it was a rough start when he first joined the series.
Well, he does have that cup experience, Bob, which really is very valuable for anybody racing the DNQ Series. So when he stepped his way back down to the Peasant Series, it's really no surprise to see him running up front.
Yeah, guys, we've seen some people have success moving down a series. And, you know, one thing I want to point out here, though, for Mike is that rough start. It's very much just like he had in his past life working for Casey Kane when he ran like a bag of dicks. But ever since making a change professionally, I think we've seen that transfer onto the racetrack in the Peasant Series.
Already in 2017, he is a winner of the DNQ Busch Series. Finished second here 2 races ago. And he ran like shit in the All-Star race where he finished 21st. But let's go down and talk to him real quick. Thanks, guys. Down here with Mike Carver. Mike, you're pretty much a lock for the Busch Series chase this year. You've had a good season in the Busch Series, currently 3rd in points. We just heard you also got a ride for tonight in maybe the IROC Series?
Yeah, I'm going to drive the 411 tonight. Hopefully that goes well. I've never run with the IROC, but I think all my mediocre runs really paid off. I finally got a ride in another division.
So we talk about the Busch Series. You have a spot in the chase. We're going to AAR, your best track, next race. First round of the chase, you're looking like you're going to be a pretty good shot for the title here at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be cocky, but I'm hoping to just go there and pretty much wax their ass, beat them down at AAR. Pretty good there. This place, not good. We run about 15th, 12th, but Hammer Karts and Alex helped me out. We got one of his motors on tonight, and we're going to run my kart and see how it ends up.
So Hammer Karts is a big part of your success this year. They're new to the series. Starting this year, Alex has really come in and brought a lot of product here. Has that been what has made you run a lot better?
Oh, yeah, for sure. He pretty much handles it all. I don't even really want to work with it, the tire prep and all that game, and he does all the tires, and it's actually been paying off really well.
Well, Mike Carper will prove to us if he's a peasant or a driver when he drives in that IROC Series car here tonight, guys. Thanks. Well, for those of you at home, this race right here sets the 8 drivers for the chase for the DNQ Busch Series, and here is how it is going to work. The top 8 in points after dropping their worst finish will qualify, and the winners will receive 5 bonus points per win, and that is very important as we get into this chase.
Yes, it is, Bob. I mean, those 5 bonus points could mean the difference between winning or losing this championship when we get to the big track here at the end. But one thing I want to point out is the chase starts at our toughest track, AAR Speedway at Baby Bristol, coming up here in July, the next race after this one. Points will not be dropped from July through September. Sub-drivers may be used once in the round of 8. And after the Iredell County Fair race, another very tough track, the track too tough to tame, the 8 chase drivers will become 4.
And Barry, when we look at that, the top 4 in points will reset, and they will all race for the championship in the final race in October with no bonus points. Is this fake drama, or is this just a badass way to run a stupid go-kart series?
Well, I think it's fake drama that's made its way down to a peasant go-kart series like us. First thing I want to point out is actually this graphic, which I think was taken from Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge. And furthermore, looking into this here, I do see some similarities here between another sanctioning body and the DNQ series, but I'm not going to lie and say that I'm actually interested to see how this turns out. I think it'll be a shit show no matter what.
Well, with a bunch of peasants out there running, and now we're going to run B mains, and you'll see why after this feature. It's going to make it very interesting. But while we're talking about that, let's look at the drivers that have a shot to make it into the chase. Derek Allred, Carver, Richmond are already pretty much locked in by being here today. Jordan Rummage not here, Michael Reimer not here. So that opens the door for these 3 guys underneath.
B-Main is what I call my Thursday night pussy, Bob.
Barry, we have got to have one, or these 3 drivers have a shot. Pick one here tonight who makes it in that's not in it right now.
Well, guys, looking at these names, I think the most ethnic one I can find is Jarrell, so I really like that one at a place like here in the DNQ series.
All right, well, we'll see if Jarrell can make his way into this chase here tonight after the Busch Classic.
All right, well, Barry, we're getting ready to start this DNQ Cup Series event. We're getting ready to have the national anthem, and what I want to point out is DNQ is a very family-oriented. You can see here all of the wives and babies of these drivers. Isn't that great?
Oh, it's just spectacular. I mean, we have such a great family following in this sport, and to see all the wives out here tonight and their kids down here out to support their driver who's really paying the whole freight on everything, the home, the car, the daycare, the trips to the lake, the trips to the Bahamas, the private flights and everything, really is just spectacular.
Let's get this show on the road.
Cup Series starting lineup. LJ McCleary and Brad Buskirk make row 1.
Row number 2, Stevie Padula and Ralph Williams.
And starting in row number 3, we got Timmy Coon and Eddie D. Hunt.
And in row 4, Brad Boteet rounds out the field with the DNQ Cup Series. If we get about this many, we'll keep running it next year full-time, but there's all the rules. If you at home got some shit running around from Field Filler Fairgrounds or wherever, bring that shit out and let's run. LK on Son of the Run in-car camera. Eddie DeHunt Jr. will have some onboard views for us here tonight. We'll see that from the back of the pack as usual.
We'll be able to watch the leaders here fighting. I think no, Eddie's in the middle of the pack. This he might be a starting Parker tonight.
We'll watch the leaders for a lap.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Brad Buskirk and LJ McCleary start on the front row. They fire off of turn number 4. Green flag, we are underway. And Barry, we know this is the fastest series. They are running first. What do you expect with the track not being worked in for these guys?
Well, guys, it's going to be slick conditions out there right now as you see them heading to turn 1 at about 225. These guys are going to have to really work that brake into the throttle tonight, and I think that's going to play a major role into who finishes about 4th tonight.
Now, Bill, they had to change the brake package. These guys are running 12-inch rotors, and they were blowing them out. And we saw that. We saw rear rotor brake a couple races ago. Is that because of the new aero package?
No, it's not because of the new air package. It's because of the engine technology and the dyno horsepower that these boys have been working on and they've been making. You see how fast they are going. 235 into turn 1. Buschert is spanking their ass, though. He's got half a straightaway on newcomer second place.
Well, Ralph Williams is new, and he bought the charter from David Markham, I believe, and he is out here with a new team in the Cup Series. That's about unheard of as of recent, so it's glad to get a new team out here, a new Cup team, the premium motorsports entry.
It's good to see them take that David Markham running 8th place entry and turn it into something good. Furniture Row Racing has recently done this in the lower Cup Series, and it's good to see it happen here in DNQ.
Well, Barry, we see Brad Buskirk wearing that ass out right now. What does he have that the others don't?
Well, guys, I think the biggest thing he's got going for him right now is that motor. I mean, if you were to look on his onboard telemetry, I just saw him cross into 3 at 243. I think at this point, he's making John Force scared to get into one of these go-karts. I think that's the biggest thing playing into his success right now.
And a sold-out crowd here tonight, Bill. That is for sure.
It is. Bob, that Monster Energy Ultra Black groove is really starting to come in. I think Buskirk and those other fast guys, Ralph Williams and LJ McCleary, have really run this track in good. What's that going to mean for the peasants later on tonight?
Well, I think the peasants are going to have a great race because this groove's going to get worked in, which is going to create some extra ultra black space on the racetrack. And as everybody knows here in the DNQ series, the more ultra black you've got, the better racing.
Absolutely, and that only makes the racing 100% better. And this is the bottom groove here tonight. We are not running the top. But as you see these guys coming down, the fastest karts we have in DNQ, and Buskirk by far has the fastest here tonight. You got a 5 to go caution as Ralph Williams is starting to smoke like Snoop Dogg down the backstretch.
You know, every squirrel gets a nut, and Buskirk has really put in his time. What I want to point out is that angel dust there on the top. Bob, we know we got a 5 to go caution coming up here in, 35 laps. Who's going to start on the outside? Are they going to be able to hang on, or is it just going to be a complete shit show as we watch Eddie DeHunt get lapped?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it will be a full-blown shit show, but you do have the chance to choose the top or bottom. So if you're like Eddie DeHunt, you might as well choose the top. You're already a lap down. In the Cup Series, the caution comes
there
out
he is
to
in
clear
that
it out.
angel dust.
He's in the angel dust for sure. And I get, yeah.
And he goes around.
There
He
you
goes
go.
around.
Well, you know he wasn't going to last up there anyway.
Yeah.
It didn't really matter. But when you get to the end of these races, if you don't clean that top groove off, you're absolutely screwed. And Barry, out of all of the times that you've been to the racetrack in the Cup, Winston Cup Series, the Busch Series, what do you know that track conditions are like out there right now?
Well, guys, this is about the 15th time I've been asked about track conditions in about the last 7 minutes. And all I can tell you guys is that the wider the ultra black, the better the length. But if you're going to calm me down to relate back to my Winston Cup days, back when I was working with Davey Allison, I had to tell you, the bigger the engine, the better you did at any racetrack. And the more you drank, the more fun you had.
Barry, I see your calculator smoking over there. These boys have run 25 straight green laps. Are they going to be able to make it to that 5 to go caution on 1 tank of Sunoco race fuel?
Well, guys, looking at it right now, it's very tight. Who is that getting out of a cart right there? That's Steve Padula. Add a fuel, boys. I think it's going to be close right here, guys. When you calculate that they're burning off about 0.37 of a gallon every lap at going about 247 into turns 1 and 3, they're going to make it here about 7 more laps, and that fuel gauge is good. That light is going to pop up on the dash. Caution's out, boys.
That is our 5 to go caution. Let's send it up to the booth.
Well, guys, the caution just came out here, and we've only got 5 laps to go. Bradley Buskirk is in the lead. But what do you think is going to happen here in the closing stages of this shit show?
Barry, we've seen this many times from Pat Busker. This is where he falls out of that son of a bitch, and that second place goes by. But I don't know. Second place, LJ McClear, he has not been very close. I'm just wondering if Busker can hold on tonight.
Well, guys, let's find out.
Okay, the race is over. Buskirk has won.
All right, well, it's time to dial up our stage winner, and Barry Mack is going to call into Brad Buskirk.
Hey, Brad, this is Barry Mack up in the booth. You got me?
Got you, Barry.
Brad, it looked like that right rear was sticking very nicely up there against the cushion. Tell us about your hot rod you got tonight.
Well, my crew chief Chris Williams got these tires tuned up. This thing's got plenty of side bite, and I'm just hauling them out, trying to save some tires, save some fuel here for the last 5.
Well, Brad, I hope your B-main is watching tonight. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Barry. Hopefully we'll talk to you here shortly.
All right, well, here we go. We had to choose cone, and Ralph Williams went to the top. Everybody else pussied out, and they stayed on the bottom.
That was smart by literally everybody except Ralph Williams.
Yeah, well, we don't expect him to do anything smart. Here we go. Green flag, and looks like Ralph tried to get down the ultra black roof.
And he just shit cans LJ McCleary. LJ holds on.
Yeah, Barry, it's got to be tough to restart on that top in the marbles.
It's ultra tough when it's ultra black.
Well, as we see that, it looks like LJ McCleary is filed into the second place, and he got a pass on Ralph Williams, who I don't know what the hell he was thinking going to the top there, but it looks like Buskirk is checked out.
Yeah, Buskirk, when the track gets like this, you know, there's a saying that he always says, it takes strong wood to split dark oak, and tonight he's getting it done.
It does. Definitely does, and that's one of our favorite sayings. Is it looks like LJ McCleary having a good run here tonight, though, going to finish second there.
We've seen Brad Buskirk fuck up this so many times. He's just got to hold on for one more lap. Barry really be able to do it.
I think he's going to be able to get it done. Judging by my calculator, everyone's going to make it on fuel.
Coming out of turn 4, Brad Buskirk is going to take home his first win of 2017.
Jesus, I smoked.
Lightning does strike twice, Barry. Brad Buskirk has come home with this win, his first of this year, his 3rd career DNQ Cup Series win. Congratulations to Brad Buskirk.
Yeah, what a great win for Bradley Buskirk. He's got a long drive back home to Charlotte tonight, but I bet his C-main will be waiting on him when he gets there, and it could be a very long night of celebration. I'm not so sure that he's going to make it to his other job on time.
Brad Buskirk in victory lane, climbing out of the cart. Oh, it's a beer can to the head. Brad, he's got to grab a beer, of course. He's thirsty.
It was a long race.
Dominated all night long. I mean, you've had a rough go of it here, but feels good to be back in victory lane.
Man, it's about time we got one of these. It's finally gone our way. You know, this Kart City Power has just been on point. We've had struggles all year, but Rob, he's really got it together now, and that thing's a hoss. It was perfect all night long.
Now that Tim Nye is not running, he's basically hung it up. I don't know what he's doing. He's off being, he's being a professional nobody. I mean, do you feel like this championship's yours, or how are you feeling?
I'm not even sure I'm in the chase. I finished like 2 races this year. So if this locks me in, yeah, I'm going to give them a run for their money.
Keep your eye on Brad Buskirk trying to go for the championship.
You're my hero!
Woo!
Well, the DNQ IROC Series carts are taking the grid. Coming up next, it is the DNQ IROC Series feature.
Crisp, cold refreshment. It's what Busch is known for. What are you known for?
Practical jokes.
Uh-huh.
Dang it.
Busch.
Well, we got a full field here for the IROC Series race. We're getting ready to put this sumbitch on the road. Barry, we got something unique for this race. We got a pit stop at halfway. All them big-ass NFL playing pit gorillas down there. It's going to be a battle of the pit crews tonight. What have you seen earlier this evening? Who's the most prepared for this pit stop?
Well, guys, the biggest way that you can tell if the pit crews are prepared is to see if they can bring in somebody from Ortho, Carolina to stretch them out before they make it to the...
to pit road. Because what they're going to do is they're going to stretch out that hamstring. Because when these guys get on that jack stand, which you're going to see later tonight, they need to bend them legs. And if they're nice and stretched out, that usually means they're going to get out of that pit in a first or maybe even the second position.
Don't forget, Barry, they've got to get 2 lugs on because we're going to have the lug nut check down there. And if you don't get 2 lugs on, it's $20,000 and 2 race suspension for your crew chief.
Yeah, and that's my biggest concern with these pit gorillas is they're as dumb as a rock. So when you tell them 2 lug nuts, they may forget and only put on 1. So that's a big thing we're going to have to watch out for this evening.
Let's go back down to the track and get this thing underway.
DNQ IROC Series starting lineup. In row 1, it's Mike Carver and Zach Marquardt.
Row number 2, old-timer Curtis Markham with his old balls and Jason Denny.
Row number 3 has Christian Moody and Tyler Laloney.
Row number 4, Alex Ripstein and Dustin Pleasanton. Well, for those of you at home that want to run in the DNQ IROC Series, no. There's your rules. You can run an NKA engine too. That is a very, very good subject.
NKA.
Yeah.
Another sold-out crowd for a full field here watching the IROC Series in DNQ. We're about to go green.
And you know what? Another thing tonight is Jason Denny has the in-car camera, the Tar Heel Race Supplies in-car camera. They have to do pit stops here tonight. They have to change a right rear. And we know that the pit guns have been tampered with. We know that Joe Gibbs built at least 5 pit guns that are in this pit stall tonight.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to these pit stops as we go green here. We got Zach Marquardt on the point, and he gets a great jump on second.
Barry, when we talk about all this technology that's out there nowadays with these pit guns and these pit crew members, what do you think about tonight's event?
Well, guys, I think technology's fucked the sport up, to be quite honest. I mean, look at the car count tonight. We got maybe 8 go-karts. By the way, I want it to be noted, when y'all make something IROC, look what happens.
Exactly. We're down on car count in the IROC Series, but Bill, we see all these athletes come from college sports to come down here to do pit stops in this series. They take the big money, and, you know, is that really hurting the sport as well?
It has. I mean, look. So these karts right here, they've all got the exact same motor. These boys, they're all strung out. They need more templates, and they need more rules.
Barry, what do you think about the college athletes coming in here?
Well, guys, I think the college athletes have definitely upped the intensity on pit road. But what I think is very interesting to watch, especially coming from my days of working with Davey Allison down in Daytona, is that whenever there's crash damage on a race car and our college athletes have to do repair, it's one of the most funniest things you'll ever see. Ain't nothing better than watching Bear Bond get put right on that grill. Or a right front fender pull with fingers. That ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, as we're watching that, Zach Marquardt and Jason Denny are your top 2, and they've checked out from the rest of the field. And Denny, who has won an IROC Series race, and Christian Moody having an issue, that's very uncommon. He's a very good runner in this series.
Bob, what I hate is these big teams coming down to the IROC Series and fucking it all up. Yeah. These big teams like Zach Marquardt and Jason Denny, they are put a whooping on those boys who don't have the pull-down rigs, who don't have the wind tunnel. They have completely fucked up this sport. Everybody is running for 5th place right now.
Well, in my mind, it's adapt or die, and I think if you're a small team, it's just time to die. I mean, what do you think on that there, Barry?
Yeah, I think it's time to die. And I think the way we can accelerate the death is just by making more rules, more templates, and drive up cost.
That's the only way to make sure something is dead, and make sure that we certify all the chassis as well and charge them. Yeah. Especially when they get a backup card out. We charge them to inspect that too, but
well,
we
one
don't really
thing we're going to have to do is start certifying the engines, because the engine disparity in this series has completely fucked up. Look at these big teams completely fucking up these small teams. I don't know who that is.
We've got one spot, and that is Mike Carver in the Coon Tune machine.
Well, maybe he should try wearing gloves.
Yeah, he should. Let's see what happened here. And he got out of the ultra black roof.
I think he just hit a patch of NDF right there.
Yeah, that's totally what happened. Dustin Pleasanton was smoking over there, so now we're down 2. Choose cone is out. Who's going to take the top? we had Mike Carver who caused the caution.
By running the top.
Yeah.
You fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
I think the wheel slipped out of his hands.
Mike Carver driving for Tim Kuhn here tonight. Last minute deal. He said, hey, come drive my kart as he jumps the start.
That's the most ARCA thing I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
Tim Kuhn's shit, no gloves, 3 different colored wheels.
What the fuck? And he brings a caution.
Fuck it. We'll just park it on the front stretch.
2 in a row.
Get out. Leave it.
It's 2 in a row, Carver.
I think the truck driver's dropping the lift gate.
Got to get that chain on, and he's mad at Marquardt.
He's got the duct tape paint on the fairing.
He jumped the restart, and he got mad at Marquardt.
Can't even afford a chain guard.
Well, the cone's out again.
Very ARCA.
And you know what? I got a feeling Carver's going to choose the top. There it is. At 90 miles an hour. Yeah. He's going to... And he's flipping off Marquardt, talking shit to him. Telling him, I'm going to bang your girlfriend. That's what he's telling him.
Marquardt's girlfriend is pretty C-class.
Here we go.
That was the worst fucking restart by Mike Carver I've ever seen.
Carver just flipped him off and then proceeded to let him pass him and drive away as we go on board with Jason.
Denny Hamilton putting the pressure on who the fuck is that? Marquardt. Yeah, him.
Denny Hamilton got into. Oh my God!
Oh, Mike Carver shit cans Hamilton.
Carver got his bulldozer on and just let him have it. Wow,
this is boring as fuck.
This is a.
We need more rules, more templates.
Oh yeah.
In front of a sold-out crowd. How disappointed are all these people?
We need brake ducts that blow out the fenders.
There are 300,000 people here tonight that are extremely disappointed with this IROC series.
It cost them $125 a ticket.
That's per race.
Yeah. Curtis Markham is running back in 4th. And his shit is not handling at all. It looks like Rick Wren sent that bitch up.
Yeah, he might be on the splitter. I'm on the splitter. But anyway, we're all watching Zach Marquardt, who has dominated this race so far, but it's going to be pit stop time here soon. Do you think his pit crew will hold him up there?
Well, I heard their pit guns earlier, Barry Mack, and they were squealing like a hog.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know. I ain't a fucking pit rat expert. I never had a pit crew.
Well, guys, back in my day,
junked my whole life.
We was doing pit stops about 20 seconds using our shop impact wrenches. I have no idea what goes into those guns these days.
Well, Kyle McGowan.
Fuck, we're only halfway.
Kyle McGowan, who does have a girlfriend now, is going to waive the caution, and that is it.
Looks like everybody's going to make it on fuel.
Pit stop time coming up. All right, here we go. Pit stop time. And who do you got here? I know Marquardt's got the college athletes. Carver's got a bunch of old redneck mechanics.
Carver can't even afford a pair of gloves and a chain guard, so he's fucked.
Here we go. Pit stops are underway for the DNQ series. Looks like Marquardt's college athletes are all getting going. And he's getting service as it goes on with his spotter there as well.
I wish I got some service.
Look at this. This is great. Ripstein's just chilling. He's got a tire. I don't think they're going to change him.
Fuck it.
Wow, this is so much fun to watch. Who's going to come out first? We're on board Jason Denny. Oh, Jesus.
What do we got? We got a hand truck?
Yeah, that's right. It ain't helping.
Looks like the Jack from the Days of Thunder NES game.
It does. Oh, man, we were fucking up bad on Jason Denny's pit crew. Curtis Martin came out second.
I think I see the middle linebacker for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons out there.
Carver is fucked. He came out. There you go.
Did they get 2 lugs on?
I don't know, but if a wheel falls off, it's a cucumber finish and $1,000.
Well, we're going to have a lug nut check here before we get started because DNQ is all about safety.
Absolutely. And you know, the roof flaps on these things and all the other safety measures they have are very important for these drives.
That's why we have cucumber finishes now, because we got to get them lug nuts on because it's safety.
Green flag, we are back underway, and Zach Marquardt leads his field. Curtis Markham up to second.
The old-timer can still get it done. No, he can't.
No, he can't.
His
Mike
shit
Carver
was handling bad in the first segment, and now stage 2, it's still handling like shit. I think they put 2 pounds in the right rear instead of taking 2 pounds out.
Now, Barry, we did just change tires. We just changed the right rear. What does that do to the handling on these cars?
Well, guys, it's going to add a little bit of extra grip, but only for so long. And if you guys go up in air pressure, it's going to turn that right rear just a little bit more, maybe free it up a little bit. So depending on the air pressure adjustments these guys may have made, is going to affect the handling of these cars, but that new tire grip is only going to last for so long before you're going to have to rely on that setup inside your machine.
Man, I'd hate to be one of these big-time crew chiefs making those calls, Bill, because that is a tough one to make.
It is, and what I want to point out is these boys ain't laying down that ultra black groove like the Cup boys did.
Let's go side by side so you don't miss a thing.
Crisp, cold refreshment. It's what Busch is known for. What are you known for?
Oversharing. In fact, I have this thing.
Nope. Nope.
Busch. Smooth to the core. New Crown Royal Regal Apple flavored whiskey. The smooth taste of Crown with the perfect apple finish.
Well, welcome back from Side by Side. On board with Jason Denny, and looks like the leaders are a thing of the past to him. He is way far behind. Looks like that right rear did not work out for him.
We are on board with Justin Allgaier right now, watching the battle for the lead, a straightaway ahead. Barry, how does Denny Hamilton make this shit up?
Well, guys, I think he's going to need to find another gear inside that machine and go about 375 like the other cars were going. With 300,000 people here and 100,000 of them being his guests, I don't think he wants to disappoint all the people who have come out to see him race tonight.
Well, as all this has been going on, I think that right rear change that Carver made has actually helped him out quite a bit because he is running down Zach Marquardt.
Bob, usually when you're setting up your car for a long run, you put the air pressure down a little bit. I never did that, but I always sucked in. So I think what Mike Carver has done was make the right adjustments, and you can see him gaining on Zach Marquardt. Zach Marquardt may have been hoping for a couple of cautions.
He's trying to Stenhouse this bitch, isn't he?
Yeah, guys, but I think Mike Carver's got a little bit of retard rage.
Caution's out by the
Well, guys, coming down to the closing laps of this race, and Mike Carver, carburetor, is running down Zach Marquardt, and he is mad.
Well, he's a little bit lighter because he doesn't have any gloves or a chain guard. Zach Marquardt, all he's got to do is hold a pretty wheel. We know he knows how to do that. Rick in the shithouse has won once, and he knows how to get it done too. So, do you think he can hold on tonight, or is Mike Carver? He's just been saving up. He's got that speed.
Well, if Zach can drive as long as he talks, I think he's got it in him to win tonight. So let's find out if he can drive his way like he talks his way all the way to the finish and outlast everybody else.
All right, the cone is out. Do you pick the top if you're Mike Carver running in second right now?
Absolutely not.
I think you're going to have to take the bottom and give him the old black horn.
Well, Tyler Lalone took the top there. Very interesting strategy, but Marquardt's led all these laps, but Carver is mad at Marquardt from last time, so we'll see if he gives him the old horn here.
Barry, if you're Tyler Baloney, do you pin him down in the infield, or do you put your right sides up in that angel?
I think you got to try to put him in the light post here.
Yeah.
Green flag.
Look at huge to the outside. Marquardt puts him in the wall. Carver to the point.
Carver left.
And we're jumping left rears.
Lalone made sure Marquardt was going to get the Carver. He opened the door for Carver. That was the problem. He did not protect the bottom.
No, you always got to protect the bottom. Zach Marquardt has dominated this race and just completely left the door wide open. And Mike Carver, no gloves, no chain guard, 3 different colored wheels, in Tim Coon's shit, is leading this race.
This may as well be the Sanford and Son ride.
How excited is Charles Lewandowski right now to see a little team lead this race and possibly win?
I think he's jumping up and down in the grandstands full of 300,000 people.
White flag in the air for Mike Carver, the Hammer Kart development driver.
He's been saving his shit all race. He's got one more corner to go. Will Mike Carver take the checkered? Huge surge by Zach Marquardt. Not enough. Carver takes the win.
Jason Denny, a solid third place finish. Looked like he had speed in the beginning, but it kind of faded at the end.
Yeah, we were pretty quick in the start, but the tires were a little too old. And I wasn't sure if we had enough fight for it, but we held in what we had, and then we changed tire, and I don't know what happened. Just went to pushing, and I just got worse and worse.
Now, Carver and Marquardt were going after. Were you hoping they were going to wreck each other and just run out of talent?
Honestly, I was hoping they were going to, but cards didn't play in my favor. It's not much else. I mean, we can come back next time and I don't know.
Not push.
Maybe we'll be there.
You hear, really don't know what's going on down here, guys. Zach Marquardt, a solid second place run, but really the 411 got on the grape juice and the fried chicken there at the end.
Disappointment. That's all I got to say. You know, it was fast. I mean, I don't know. I think it's bad mojo when you're fast in practice, sit on the pole, and then lead every lap of the last 4 or 5. I mean, but I gotta say, car was fast. Motor was good. Phil Gould built me a stout piece there. Whole shot clutches. I really appreciate them coming on board. Really took my program to the next level. But pit stop was badass. Those guys got me out real fast there. Just disappointment. You know, you lead 35 of 40 laps and sit in P2. So.
Now Carver harpooned you real bad for the lead. Now, is that payback coming here in the near future?
Nah, it's all good. Me and Carver are good friends. You know, he was a little upset with me earlier in the race for what I felt. I had the start. You know, I was on the pole, so I had to start, and I felt he jumped a little bit, and I couldn't give it up, so I drove it in there, and you know, it's all good. It's a racing deal, and I'll keep it in mind, but it's no big deal. It's racing.
Zach Marquardt, a disappointing second.
Congratulations, you Arkansas bitch, Mike Carver. No gloves, 3 different wheels. Tim Kuhn, first time that piece of shit's ever won. He stole one from Zach Marquardt tonight.
Yes, he did. I think Mike Harmon, Norm Benning, and Darrell Basham are all jumping up and down at the local bar back in Toledo right now, celebrating this win.
This is a big win for the little guy, Barry. It still says that even the guy, every squirrel can get a nut every now and then. Let's send it down to Victory Lane and get that interview.
Yeah. All right, Carver, Sue's ready.
Mike Carver climbing out of the cart at Victory Lane.
Nice work, guys. Nice work.
Mike, you spun out, brought out the caution, miraculously started on the front row. After you did that, you jumped the restart by about a half a track, and then you really harpooned the 901 to get the win. I mean, that was a great battle, but talk about where you had to come from.
Well, I actually didn't even mean to spin out. I spun out. I got a little high. Alex kept telling me how Lee runs here, and he arcs it getting in. I was trying. I just got too high and lost it. But I had to wear Zach out there. He was running me up the track, so he's going to get her when I can get to him. So I got to thank this. I got here, and the guy actually wanted Alex to run, but he's too light. So I got in. I just got to thank him. It's Tim Kuhn. Motor runs like a beast. Old Dover Power, and Alex put the tires on this. So it's a big group effort, and I'm just happy to be in this place, and now I got to get in and run with the peasants.
Mike Carver spins out, still picks up the win.
Give some of that. Nice job, brother. Thanks for coming.
Well, a full field of DNQ Busch Series karts are about to start the DNQ second annual Busch Classic. We'll be right back after this.
Crisp, cold refreshment. It's what Busch is known for. What are you known for?
I'm cool under pressure. What is that? A fish hook? Golly.
Busch. Whether you work on race cars or your own car, you know what it's like to work hard with your hands. There's satisfaction in getting the job done. But when you get the job done right, that's when you earn it. That's when a Busch beer never tasted better. Rewarding hard work since 1955. Here's to earning it.
All right, we're getting ready to start this DNQ Busch Series race. This is the race to make the chase. Barry, who are your favorite people to make the chase tonight?
Well, that's a good question. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead up and pull up my tracker over here on the left here. Now, I'm going to take these sunglasses off so I can get a better look here. Judging by what I see on this paper over here, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It's actually a screen that I'm looking at. I like Alfred, Carver, Richmond International Speedway, and Stormin' Norman. Those are my 4 picks. I ain't seen one of them race all year, but that's who I've got.
All right, so out of those 4, Barry, who's your champion?
I think I like Norman the most in this situation. What do you think about the playoffs here?
My 4 guys that I want to win are Jordan Rummage, Storm and Tim
No,
Norman.
Rummage isn't in it, so go back. Then take
John Jarrell.
Start.
And Mike Harbour.
So
what I want to point
Rummage
out,
is not in it.
I don't
So-
care.
Doesn't.
I don't
Okay. All right. Fine. Well, go ahead.
Rummage isn't in it. I'm being told by the directors that Rummage isn't in it.
I cannot wait to do a behind the scenes.
Yeah, we got a phone call from a yacht somewhere off in the ocean to tell us that Rummage wasn't in it, even though that guy ain't seen a single race all season.
All right. Forget Rummage. Jonathan Maybe. He's my second. All right.
He might be.
He may be. So what I want to point out is earlier when I was down there, you touched on Ortho Carolina rubbing everybody's back down, but I want to talk about who's getting their front rubbed down by Dr. Lynn. John Jarrell was getting his front rubbed down. He's my pick for the champion.
Well, guys, you got to think. Ethnic person with ethnic name and a front rub. That might be a mutually beneficial situation.
That is a very beneficial situation. Let's get the green flag thrown and get this thing underway.
DNQ Busch Series starting lineup: Jamie Knopf and Austin Yarborough. Both engines are claimed, and they're starting in row 1.
Row 2, Turkey Man and IROC winner Mike Carver.
Row 3, LJ McQuarrie and Jason Denny.
Row 4, Steve Morcillo and last year's winner Jake Owens.
Row number 8, Derek Allred and Storm and Tim Norman.
Got me fucked up on rows now, but Kobe Lawrence and Jonathan Maybe.
Row 7, Brian Freese making his Busch Series debut, and Brianna Lyons trying to make the chase.
Row number 8, Andrew Tagliani and John Jarrell.
Row number whatever, Ryan Richmond International and Jonathan Conder.
Thomas Markup trying to make his way in this chase, and Kyler Owens make up row 10.
Row number 11, Bradley Gibby and Corey O'Neill.
In row number 12, Levi Carver and James Brickford.
And in our last row, Nick Barcombe.
We sent home 9 carts for
Nick
this.
Barcombe qualified. Here's the rules for the series. Nick Barcombe qualified on the pole, came in, and was on Max's Pink and Blues, and not the.
No shit, he qualified on the pole.
Jamie Knopf has the in-car camera. Knopf,
Forrest Gump.
whatever the fuck it is. Green flag are underway for the Busch Series race.
Now these tires are basically a tire carcass wrapped in fresh cat shit. So no wonder he qualified on the
And
pole.
we've got one already halfway. Fucking the back end of this series is next year. We're going to run ARCA, which is the shitty drivers in Busch. And if they run well in their feature, they can run the Busch race. That's all. That's the only way we can do it.
The big teams are ruining this series, Bob. They have absolutely driven the costs up beyond all belief.
Oh, yeah.
We need more templates and more rules to get everybody back in line.
Well, like we touched on earlier, Jamie Knopf, whatever. Jamie Knopf's and Austin Yarborough's engines were claimed. Whatever money they got in it, they're selling them for $150 at the end of this race.
Is that a lot? We got one with their arm.
Derek Allred.
Derek Allred, I think he could have. Derek Inbred probably could have fixed this issue if he had more technology on his car.
Austin Yarborough taking the green, but so after this race.
That is a very ARCA start.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Yarborough and Knopf, whatever money they have in that engine, it's got to get sold for $150, and that's the only way they can keep the engines the same here.
Well, to a big team like that, that's like getting fined $20,000 and losing your crew chief to the motorhome lot the next week. It means nothing to those big teams like Forrest Gump and Austin Yarborough.
As we're on board with Jamie Knopf, as he is running fourth, watching Mike Carver and Clint Mills battle it out.
What are we watching here?
Jamie Knopf's in-car camera.
Oh, okay.
He's beating the fuck out of Carver's back end. And the caution
we got a
is
caution.
out.
Oh, my God.
And oh yeah. Never fails.
Single race.
Never fails. Oh yeah.
Oh, failed the lug nut. All right, so we don't check lug nuts at the start of the race because usually they get torqued. This one did not get torqued.
On the hook steering it. Nick Barkov, whose night was going to be so good, qualified on the pole, illegal fucking tires. He had the Hoosiers on.
Did not torque those lug nuts. You only have 3. Fuck.
Yeah, and then they fucking didn't get them tight. Well, we're back underway. Green flag. Well, when you run fucking in almost last all year and then you qualify on the pole, we know something's fucking wrong.
Yes.
There's somebody cheating. I mean, you've seen that, Barry, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, when you see Dale McCoward on the pole at Pocono, I mean, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, something's fucked up.
Yeah, and we've got Brianna Lyons. Major chase implications there for Brianna.
Oh,
wreck.
I think she was in a must-win situation.
She's not, but she's got to finish well to get in this chase. And Bill, she's over there in the mud as Travis is getting her set back up. But we'll have to see what happens.
Playing in the mud looks like a good Saturday night to me, if you know what I mean.
Here we go, getting ready to go green again. Mike Carver, after winning the IROC race, seems like he's jumped down to Busch again, and it's working out for him.
He just won that IROC series, and it is paying dividends. All that extra track time. He knows what that ultra black groove can do. All he's doing right now is saving his shit, following Austin Yarborough.
Somebody get that motherfucker a pair of gloves. I'm sick of watching him drive around with no fucking gloves on.
Very ARCA of him.
That is not very safety-like at the DNQ Series, who is big in safety with these carts.
Yeah, we saw before when Brianna Lyons. We got another car.
Jesus.
We got one around here.
Oh, he's got the door. The door foam's everywhere.
We're gonna have to. He's gonna have to replace that door foam before we go back out.
Well, guys, I'm glad he's okay here. Looked like a hard wreck. Crew's hard at work here.
Did they even have to rip that off?
Look at the athletes ripping that thing off.
Look at those pit gorillas ripping that nose off of that car.
Get some bear bond on it.
College pit gorillas.
What we don't allow here in the DNQ series is addition of extra body panels for safety reasons.
You know what, Barry? Did those pit guys go back on the plane ride home and watch the replay from their helmet cam of how they ripped that?
Well, guys, I fly home every weekend with the pit crew, and without question, the answer to that is yes. And they do not wear their headphones when it is being played, so that they can make sure that every single one of their teammates on the plane can hear the loud sound of the guns play from the time that they take off to the time that they land. Wee, 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 all the way home.
Well, here we go. We're back under green, and whoever's in the green cart, their clutch is screaming, and I think it's on fire, and they're like 8 laps down already. It's a tough series debut. That's extreme. ARCA next year is going to be the best fucking series we have. Hands down.
I can't wait to commentate those races.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think we're only going to broadcast a few of those.
I need a cocktail. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, as we are watching this action, there's another lapped one there. Kyler Owens, I think. Oh, yeah, I think so.
How the fuck do you know who all these people are?
Because all I do all
Jesus!
day...
The leaders are getting wrecked by a lap car!
All I do all day is look at people's fucking pictures and put them in graphics, as he is getting lapped once again by Denny Hamilton, Clint Mills, and the 420 machine of Steve Morse.
Well, the good thing is here is that even though he's getting lapped, Kyler is safe behind the wheel of that machine.
Yes, and the DNQ series has all kinds of safety initiatives like putting 2 nuts on your lead and making sure you have a rotor guard. And the caution is out.
Is he all right? What do we got? He's safe. Guys, he's safe. What a great job for safety right there.
Neil went for a spin there, but he's safe. He's going to be able to go home.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see a stripe on the backstretch. It's the overtime line. We will throw the caution immediately so we don't have any casualties or any chance of anybody getting hurt. racing to the checkered flag.
And you know, we're going to make the rules so fucked up that you have no idea what's going on, so we can make up our own rules and control who wins.
Well, yeah, I think the objective here is to make it so great, to cause so much confusion that you just kind of do whatever you want to do to manipulate the outcome to create fake drama. Oh, is he safe?
Yes.
Yes, he is. He had to
All right, he's safe. All right.
smack the wall down. Let's look at that again. Morcillo said, fuck off. Well, Richmond checked up.
Yeah, no, he just got left reared there, Bob.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell. It looked like hard racing to me. I can't tell what happened.
He took his hands off the wheel to make sure he didn't break his wrists.
Well, Bob, that's what we do. When you get turned around, immediately the arms go up into A for the ambulance.
He's showing them the X because X gonna give it to you. That's why. He said X gonna give it to you. Austin Yarborough still leads this field as we go back under green. Here we go. Oh my God, this is so much
We
fun
are
to make.
single file, single lane racing tonight.
One big human centipede down the backstretch.
It is, and we got one going to the inside. Who's getting shit?
Oh my God, this is so good.
I don't know.
Jamie Knopf and Austin Yarborough, and there's Carver, slam turkey
Door
man.
slamming.
Denny Hamilton though, making his way, and oh God.
Hold on, we're upside down.
Yeah, Mabe stopped in the backstretch. We're going back green. This race took an hour to run.
I'm glad my fucking shit left.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm glad I got a cocktail in the booth live.
Yeah, here we go. It looks like Tim Norman going to pull the slide job on Steve Morcillo. Or sorry, that's Ryan Richmond as the top 5, who next year will definitely be Busch Series drivers.
So this race is starting to get a little bit more tame, Bob. Do you think everybody's just falling out of the seat getting tired? Or do you think everybody's just ready for a Busch?
Well, I think some of the half-assed motherfuckers over here that put their shit together drunk are really starting to see the effects of that as our top 5 here, big teams, the little teams who don't really have a pull down, and you know it's not really fair that they don't have it. But they're out here running to the top. These are your Busch guys next year, and the rest of the guys that they are lapping are going to be ARCA guys next year, and that's how it's going to work. That's next year we're going to have ARCA and Busch, and they're going to run the same nights.
Yeah, I can't wait to have 4 different classes with 3 people in them each.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Well, the best way to supplement the growth of any sanctioning body is to add more divisions and divide it up so much that there's only 3 cars in each series. That's the best way to do it.
That seems to be the way it works as you see the other 2 carts going the lap down. Oh, as they go 3 wide.
They split the lapper.
And that opens the door for Jamie Knopf, who is taking the lead. Jamie Knopf takes the lead from Austin Yarborough, and these 2 are very big teams. This is Hendrick and Gibbs battling each other out.
Now Jamie Knopf has a new sponsor on board. It's the Ultra Black car running first. This is different from his look last year. This is the Chase livery he's debuting.
Caution out again. We've got some carts spun around, and who the hell was that? Andrew Tagliani goes for a spin. Well, getting ready to go back green as James. Oh my God!
Wow. We're completely fucked.
We're a fudge pack in there
Hold
down
on.
the back stretch.
Hold on, there we go. Green flag! Fuck it!
And Tim Norman pulls a slide job on Turkey Man. Oh my God! Oh yeah, this is not going to end
I
well.
love that Kyle just said
Oh
fuck
my
it through
God.
the green. Oh God, the roof flaps are up on multiple
Carver
cars.
got dumped from the start of the backstretch to the back. And look at this.
Guys, look right here. Right here, you can see the hood flaps start to come back up. And then watch, once he gets turned here, you'll see actually right there, the roof flaps are in the air. And what that's designed to do is these cars are designed to take off like a 747 as soon as they get backwards. And that releases the air pressure and that comes through those roof flaps and keeps these guys on the ground.
And it looks like Jason Denny is not listening to the track officials.
This sold-out crowd is getting their money's worth tonight, Bob.
They're telling Jason Denny to stop, and he's not listening. Watch, ready? Stop. No. Yeah. No.
Go ahead.
You don't do that at Millbridge.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yep.
Denny Hamilton, get the fuck out.
About the safety of the officials right there.
There you go. Green flag. Clint Mills jumped to the top there. Looks like he's going to actually make it work, though, on Steve Morcillo.
Hey, you know, Bob, sometimes I like to get on the top, too. Good job, Clint.
All right. Well, the battle right now is for the lead, and it's Jamie Knopf and Austin Yarborough, and they are beating the fuck out of each other. And these guys at the All-Star race last month, these were the two guys going for the win.
Yeah, and that's carried over again. Barry, how does two teams like...
Whoa! 3 wide with the lap car.
They're shaking each other.
Cale Yarborough makes the move on Jamie Knopf.
Mike Carver sucks right up to him. Those two cars going side by side opened a big hole in the air. Mike Carver sucked right up to the leaders.
Cale Yarborough made the move with a lap car right in the way, and it's going to pay dividends for him. Coming out of turn 4, Cale Yarborough is going to take the win.
Forrest Gump second, and Mike Carver with no gloves third.
Well, guys, what a finish right there. Cale Yarborough sends it 3 wide and takes it right by Jordan Nupp to win the race. What do you think about that finish, Bill?
That was one of the best finishes in DNQ history, Barry. I can't believe that Scott Legacy would do that. He just put that son right in the middle, 3 wide on the last lap, coming to the checker. He knew better. Actually, no, he didn't. But Jamie Nupp got his ass kicked one more time by Cale Yarborough. This is the second time that's happened to him. One of these days, he's going to learn his lesson and come with better shit.
Well, there you have it, folks. Let's send it back down to Mo.
Mo.
This fucking the Astro crowd.
Oh,
Mo.
What's his name, Mo? The Jamaican
The lady.
Pops?
No, the lady.
Oh, yeah.
These players will have 3. You know what I mean?
Steven Morsello here. Solid podium finish tonight. 3rd. I mean, you were right there in the catbird seat to get it done, and just solid 3rd tonight.
Yeah, no. Kart was pretty mediocre the whole time. I think the only thing saving me was Hammer Cars, Alex Cunningham's tires. They were on point. The driving was terrible. The kart was ugly. It's got a couple different body pieces on it, and basically just waited till all those cobs up there fucking wrecked each other and scooted on by to the top 3. And then I had to get my interview because who knows when the next time I'm going to be top 3. So yeah, man, stoked, ready to come back down from Boston. I came all the way down from Boston for this. Gonna keep going because now I'm in the chase, so I'm gonna have to go win that, I guess. All in a day's work, you know. That's how we do it. 420.
Steve Morsello is in a glass case of emotion right now.
I'm just feeling it.
Austin Yarborough climbing out of the cart. A winner here. We'll CGI in the beer later. Austin lost the lead to Jamie, but then muscled it back. Talk about that battle at the end.
Oh yeah, it was there at the beginning we was pretty good through the restarts and stuff, and well, once Jamie got up there, I kept looking at leaderboard, see how far he was behind me, and I knew once he got up to second, he'd be the one to battle right there at the end. His stuff was pretty good at the end, but I felt like when I hit the line right, my stuff would get up off the corners a little bit better. But man, we had a really good battle. I didn't want that lap cart to screw me up from winning, so I had to take it 3 wide down to turn 1 and get the lead back from him.
50-lap race took just under an hour. I mean, what were you thinking sitting there in the cart? I mean, this race had to go on forever.
Yeah. I thought the last couple weeks ago when we come, I thought that 50-lapper was pretty long, but this one was super long.
Austin Yarborough gets it done, picks up $300 here tonight.
Barry, the next race coming up is AAR Speedway Advanced African Raceland. It is the first race of the chase, the track too tough to tame. What do we have in store coming up?
Well, I think we're going to have a lot of beep-bopping around, and we're going to see a lot of Fanta come out at this racetrack. I can't wait to see who's going to make the move that's going to send somebody into those tires and over the edge, because we know the race in there is very tight, and you got to be in good shape. We're definitely going to see a lot of people from Ortho, Carolina come out to that race to take care of these drivers and prep them up for the big race weekend.
People like John Jarrell, Timmy Niger, all them kind, they do really well at that race. Are you excited to see them come and run?
I sure am, and Tim and I actually have to give a shout out to him. Recently received a sponsorship from Great Powdered High C, so he's going to be having a lot of energy by bringing that up to the racetrack this weekend. I think he's going to do really well at AAR.
We thought Timmy and I was a peasant just dropping down from Cup to Busch, but we saw on courtesy of the internets him pick up some tires on the side of the road that fell out of Kyle Larson's truck.
Next level peasant shit right there, folks. Let's see if it pays off for him at AAR.